Hey guys, what's up? Haven't been uploading in a while, but I just had I had a few interesting lucid states, altered state experiences. It starts with a dream, and it ends up with me standing here at this desk, standing desk that I have, at this laptop, looking at YouTube. I was watching a video of me debating some guy on Omegle about libertarianism and stuff. Um, it wasn't on my channel. It was some random video that I didn't even know was uploaded, so I guess it was kind of weird, so I figured that I was in a dream. But it also just didn't, I don't know, the conversation was very defined. I was trying to catch my brain generating this conversation, but it was strange because it was really well defined. The video was very detailed, the sentence structure was very detailed. Like right now, I'm kind of having trouble making coherent sentences, especially since English is not my native language. But when I think back about the topics, what we covered, I can't really. It's kind of hard to remember specifically what it was, but at the time it seemed very, very coherent, which was strange. Since I was actively trying to think about other stuff and actively listening for my brain to make some errors. But yeah, I eventually just figured out that it was a dream. So I was standing like this, and my arm was already phasing through the desk halfway. It was so I just sort of felt like I was very light and weightless, and yeah. So I instantly, when I figure out that I'm in a dream, I instantly want to go into the astrals, to have an out of body experience. So yeah, I just started floating a little bit, and I started rising, and I just completely relaxed. Yeah, usually I get really scared. I get really scared that I'll blast off into space and get lost or something. Yeah, for some reason, or that I will die. I don't know why. Yeah, but this time I managed to stay composed and relaxed, and I was just trying to turn off all the dream inputs. Okay, I completely ignored everything that I saw because I didn't feel like, obviously watching a YouTube video isn't, I don't think that's something you should be able to do in astrals, even though it feels very real at the time. So I just closed my dream eyes and started floating, and I felt this energy go through me, and um I became aware that I was actually laying on my bed. So I just stayed relaxed, and I felt my limbs relaxing. My arm was sort of in some weird position like this. I don't know if it was for real or if it was just my dream body, but yeah, my arm just, I just let it relax completely flat. And yeah, I started getting this noise. It was ringing, but not a high pitched ringing. It was more of a deeper sort of. It was everywhere coming from behind me, and I was um it's kind of hard to describe with words. I was just completely immersed in this, and I still felt like because I usually try to completely ignore the idea of having a body, of being in a physical space, and just completely focus on just the sense of being conscious. And I just try to take that and ignore everything, and the idea that I get is that I'll be able to just at that point just leave my physical body, right? So I tried to do that, but I wasn't able to. And suddenly I started having these thoughts about death and stuff, and I started thinking that one day I'm gonna die. One day this body is gonna break down. And I'm not convinced that there's stuff after you die. But I'm also aware of the paradox of consciousness, that it's strange to think about it as something that's generated through mechanical processes. It doesn't really make sense to me. But yeah, so I was just trying to get this out of the way, just leave the body and see what's up, see what there is to see, and all that stuff. But I kind of felt sort of trapped inside the body, like I couldn't leave. And yeah, there was just this loud ringing everywhere, and it was very surreal. It's, yeah, I was really trying to get a sense of what I actually am, and just really focus on that and ignore all other distortions generated by the brain. But I wasn't able to completely leave the body. I didn't see anything. The moment I started floating up and closed my eyes, that's where all the visual input ended. So yeah, I was just laying there and trying to do this, but I wasn't able to. Yeah. Yeah, after a while I felt also some pseudo mechanical environments within myself that I wasn't able to solve. But it's really hard to describe this with words. Uh, hmm. Yeah. So I don't know. When I had my first out of body experience when I was a child, it was extremely surreal, and I was able to see visually, and everything was consistent with other people's experiences. Yeah, but now it seems like most of these boil down to just lucid dreams with tons of noise generated by the brain, and I can't get beyond that. Some people will say that there is a lot of mechanical processes that need to be done, some rituals that you have to do to successfully do these things. But this, as much as I do acknowledge that if this is real, there may be some mechanical. It is mechanical to an extent. There are some things that you can do in some way. You have to follow some procedures, but to me, it seems like if you are not of this world, if you're not this body, that if you ignore all of this stuff, that you should just naturally be able to leave and see what's out there without doing some rituals, without doing the rope technique or doing the this or that, the slingshot technique. I should probably try those as well when I get the chance. Yeah, but usually the last few times that I went lucid and tried to go out of body, it was basically like this. I would either get a sense of impending doom that I can't leave the body. Right? This one time I had like the feeling that my heart was just pounding really fast and really loud and really strongly, and it just kept speeding up the more I tried to move my sense of self outside of the body. And if I just felt that if I would keep doing this, that it would damage the physical body for some reason, and that I would die if I keep doing this. This time I didn't get that intense heartbeat. I didn't feel it at all, actually. But yeah, I still wasn't able to leave. Yeah, it's strange. It feels like when we were little, when we didn't have don't accumulate a large number of experiences, that our brain isn't really keen on distorting our experience in the lucid, in altered states of consciousness, that we are still very capable of moving and seeing without distortions. But as you get older, for me at least, it feels like it gets harder, because the more experiences in the physical space that you accumulate, the more your brain is used to feeding you this information, the harder it is to go beyond that. If that makes any sense. Well, it makes sense to me, I guess. So yeah. But usually these things happen on accident, when I accidentally figure out that I'm in the middle of a dream. I haven't had much luck trying to have an astral experience on purpose. Yeah, and these things are as tricky to describe with human language as ever. It's just really strange. I'll try to work on that as well. But yeah, I guess I haven't uploaded for a while, and I had a few of these interesting experiences. Just thought it would be neat to make a video before I forget everything, since sometimes that happens, yeah. And I want to have a log of all these things. And I'm trying to think if there's something I forgot. There probably is. But either way, it's way too difficult to describe. Yeah. So anyway, if there's anyone still keeping up with this channel, thanks for watching. Yeah. I might still upload a few if I get some interesting stuff, or if I remember some interesting stuff from before. Yeah, anyway,